For years, a guy named Kurt Kunkel has been desperately trying to become famous online. On his small YouTube channel, Kurt's World 96, he uploads all kinds of content, from Draw My Life videos and gaming clips to shoe reviews and tips about his favorite keyboard shortcuts. He even features his dad, Chris, a struggling DJ who divorced Kurt's mother years ago. The divorce devastated his mom, so Kurt decided to stay with her and help out financially by babysitting kids. Despite his dedication, none of his videos ever take off. His view counts never break double digits. Meanwhile, Bobby, a kid Kurt once babysat, now runs a huge influencer channel called Bobby Basecamp. Kurt still believes they're friends, but Bobby only tolerates him and often pushes him away from his own spotlight. After 10 years of failed content creation, Kurt finally hits a breaking point. Determined to make one last attempt at viral fame, he creates a project called The Lesson, a masterclass in how to become famous online. Step 1, he explains, is simple. If you're not documenting yourself, you don't exist. He outfits his car with cameras everywhere and fills it with bottled water. The plan, to stream his experience as a driver for a rideshare app called Spree. Kurt's first passenger is a rude man who refuses to wear a seatbelt and is suspicious of all the cameras around. When the man starts ranting about white supremacy, Kurt worries it could ruin his live stream, which currently has only one viewer, Bobby. To spice things up, Kurt drives more recklessly while encouraging the man to drink from one of the free water bottles. The water, however, is poisoned, something Kurt proudly prepared in a previous tutorial video. As music plays, the man dies coughing in the back seat, while Kurt calmly continues driving. Bobby, still the only viewer, assumes the whole thing is fake and part of a stunt. That doesn't bother Kurt. This is all part of the lesson. At the beginning, no one should realize it's real. The mystery will make the reveal even more powerful later. Next, Kurt picks up a snobby real estate agent who leaves her for sale sign in the trunk. After some small talk, she helps herself to a bottle of water and quickly becomes his second victim. Kurt cheerfully films her body, jokingly pretending he might drink the poisoned water too. Just then, Chris calls asking for a ride, but Kurt ignores him. To cover his tracks, Kurt unlocks the woman's phone using her dead face, gives himself a 5-star review, and sends a rude text to her coworkers so they won't expect her at a meeting. After disposing of her body, Kurt picks up another passenger, Mario, a loud and obnoxious gym bro. Mario complains about everything, especially Kurt's music, and refuses to touch the bottled water. While driving, Kurt takes a detour to pick up another passenger, Jessie Adams, a popular comedian and influencer. As soon as she realizes Mario is hitting on her, she cancels the ride and walks away. Mario insists that Kurt chase after her, so Kurt offers Jessie a free ride just to get her back in the car. During the trip, Kurt excitedly asks Jessie how she built her following. She simply replies, "I'm funny." Kurt continues asking for advice, while Mario keeps making inappropriate remarks. Jessie, disgusted, records the encounter for her followers and leaves the car in anger. Frustrated at losing the chance to connect with a real influencer, Kurt changes course and drives Mario to an isolated construction site. After speeding so aggressively that Mario feels sick, Kurt convinces him to step out of the car to avoid vomiting inside. As Mario steps away, Kurt cranks up his own song, accelerates, and brutally runs Mario over, his body slamming onto the windshield for a perfect, bloody shot for the stream. Kurt then disposes of the corpse and cleans his car before heading to his next stop. After getting rid of Mario, Kurt begins stalking Jessie on social media. He discovers she has a stand-up show scheduled that night and takes it as a sign they're both destined to go viral on the same evening. Of course, Kurt's viewership is still pathetic, barely reaching single digits, with only Bobby watching and occasionally sending tips. Unlike Jessie, who's loved for being genuine and down-to-earth, Bobby is a fake influencer who makes staged videos, pranks on the homeless and scripted charity scenes. While fueling up at a gas station, Kurt argues with Bobby over the stream. Bobby calls his content boring and urges him to make things more exciting. Determined to impress, Kurt drives recklessly as he picks up his next passengers, 3 social media-obsessed partiers named Richard, Kendra, and London. Richard and Kendra are terrified by Kurt's erratic driving, but London is thrilled, seeing it all as an adventure. She jumps into the front seat to film herself with him. Kurt suddenly veers off route and drives them to a junkyard, claiming there's a perfect scenic view for pictures. Encouraging them to lean out of the sunroof for the best shot, he speeds up, then abruptly closes the roof, trapping Richard and Kendra. As his music blasts, wild dogs from the junkyard pounce on them while Kurt kills London with a power drill, recording everything for the stream. Later, he takes the car to a wash station and calls Bobby for feedback, only to learn that Bobby didn't even watch the triple kill. He got bored and tuned out. Furious, Kurt demands a shout-out, but Bobby tells him to be more authentic like Jesse. Jealous, Kurt checks Jesse's new posts and bitterly mocks her, nitpicking every detail, even complaining that she doesn't film vertically. She visits her grandmother, filming the sweet moment for her followers. Elsewhere, Kurt drives to Bobby's house, desperate for validation. But Bobby, streaming live, humiliates him, calling him a loser, and saying they're not friends. The argument catches the attention of Bobby's viewers, who flock to Kurt's stream to see his reaction. Without warning, Kurt snaps. He stabs Bobby live on camera. Bobby tries to defend himself with the gun, but Kurt overpowers and kills him. The audience still assumes it's fake, even as Kurt hijacks Bobby's feed, his viewer count skyrocketing into triple digits. He showers, cleans off the blood, and rummages through Bobby's stuff while the stream keeps rolling. Kurt's dad, Chris, texts asking for a ride to his DJ gig. At first, Kurt refuses. He wants to go to Jesse's show, but when Chris mentions a famous DJ named O, Kurt sees an opportunity for more exposure. During the drive, the tension between father and son builds. Chris notices Bobby's gun in the car and scolds Kurt, sparking a heated argument. When the police pass by, they hide the weapon. At the club, they finally meet O, and Kurt begs her to tag his channel. She declines at first but later agrees to give him a shout-out if he drives her to a taco truck. When they arrive, O asks him to take pictures of her and wait in line for her food. The line is long, so Kurt tells gross stories to scare people away. While he's gone, O finds the gun in his car and uses it for selfies. Unfortunately, she also drinks one of his special water bottles and collapses before he returns. Kurt panics and disposes of the bottle, but nearby police officers notice. When they question him, he pretends O is his sleeping girlfriend. Suddenly, O wakes up just enough to realize what's happening. Panicking, she grabs the gun and shoots a cop before escaping. The remaining officers chase her, while others pursue Kurt as he speeds away. His viewership explodes into tens of thousands. To keep the adrenaline going, Kurt drives like a madman, crashing into a homeless camp and killing several people before his car finally flips. Meanwhile, Jessie gets a ride to her comedy gig from her coworker Mike, who won't stop hitting on her. He performs before her but bombs completely. Then Jessie takes the stage and the crowd loves her. Hidden among the audience is Kurt, watching silently with Bobby's gun in hand. During her set, Jessie jokes about her creepy spree driver experience with Mario and Kurt. She reflects on how people like Kurt are addicted to online validation, chasing numbers instead of meaning. Happiness, she says, isn't found in subscribers or views, only judgment and hate. To prove her point, she smashes her phone on stage, renouncing social media entirely. Her words hit Kurt deeply. He decides to leave quietly, until he learns that Spree has temporarily shut down due to his killing spree. Furious but still seeking attention, he orders a ride from another app called GoGo. His driver, David, jokes about not being the crazy murderer from the news. Kurt doesn't find it funny. Seconds later, he kills David and takes over his car. Meanwhile, Jessie, still with Mike, grows tired of his constant filming and orders a GoGo ride to ditch him. The car that arrives is, of course, Kurt's. He reveals himself, bragging that he attended her show and knows she can't call for help since she smashed her phone. He tells her he's taking her to his house so they can replace hate with love. But Jessie fights back. She grabs a phone charger cable and strangles him until the car crashes into a dumpster. Dazed, Kurt punches her unconscious and drags her to his front yard. With his headlights on her, he polls his audience. Should I kill her? The chat explodes with yes messages. As he steps out to adjust a fallen camera, Jessie vanishes. The chat mocks him for being stupid. Suddenly, Jessie appears behind the wheel and floors the gas pedal, running Kurt down. The car smashes into his house, giving Jessie a brief edge. But Kurt survives, attacking her again and slamming her face into the airbag. Jesse manages to push him away and screams for help on the live stream, insisting everything is real. Chris arrives, shocked to find the house wrecked and Kurt's mother dead. It's revealed that Kurt had killed her earlier that day, before starting the lesson. Kurt emerges again, grabs Bobby's gun, and shoots his father multiple times. Jesse tries to escape in the car but ends up crashing through the wall, pinning Kurt. When she checks his body, he's still alive, so she finishes the job, smashing his head with his phone. As Kurt dies, flashbacks show him basking in his achievement, 50,000 viewers finally watching. The chat floods with messages demanding a selfie with the body. Jesse obliges, taking a photo that instantly goes viral. Days later, Kurt's crimes dominate the news. Jesse becomes a media icon, celebrated everywhere, while Kurt, though condemned, earns a twisted cult following in the darkest corners of the internet. On sites like 4chan and Reddit, users idolize him. And one even announces they're making a movie about him. That movie, Spree.